Alright, welcome to another Token and Persuasion video. Today we'll be looking at Lure of the Deep Wilderness, an interesting antithesis to the Ocean's Hungry Grasp. Really good at the inland lands and struggles with coasts. However, other than that, the differences just kind of become pretty apparent. He deals with buildings in a very interesting way by essentially converting them to explorers. And then he ignores up to 2 explorers during Ravage, so needs less defense if his presence is there. But also, since he's converting buildings to explorers, he can like do his thing where he's reaching out. As you see, he's luring. Anyway, so that's him. I typically like getting to 2 card plays and then rushing the energy track. Otherwise, I feel like I just don't have enough energy for all these card plays. There's also more elements up here, and these elements help him hit kind of the base thresholds on these. Otherwise, you kind of end up needing to take this growth option here, 2 energy and gaining elements. But the elements is just for that turn, so it's kind of like, if you go to the top track, you can gain power cards, which can potentially increase the options that you have, limit the amount of times you have to reclaim. So that's kind of typically the way that I do Lure. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and jump into this. Really great start typically. So actually, they have to explore. Getting ahead of myself. Ooh, I like that. So they're going to explore here and here. And I'm going to go ahead and play this card and grow. Where do I want to grow? I'm going to grow into the jungles. Yeah, I'm going to grow into the jungles, and I'm going to gather everything here, and you guys are going to see why in just a moment. So now if they explore the sands or the mountains, I've got them completely covered. Then this jungle will be toast. This jungle is also toast. So we'll see how it goes. I do get 2 energy and don't have any powers, so we're going to go ahead and just jump into this. I'm going to build here, and then they explore. What do they explore? Mountains. That's what I like to see. If they had explored into the wetlands, that would have stunk, but alas, they did not. So, oh, interesting. So now what we do is we play Softly Beckon Inward, where I can gather up to 2 towns, up to 2 explorers, up to 2 beasts, and up to 2 Dahan. So I'm going to go ahead and gather these 2 explorers, and then I'm going to go ahead and gather this town here, and this beast here. There you go. And now you can see his first turn, he prevented both builds of the next turn. He saved this land. I mean, he only would have done that, been able to do that if he explored mountains. If he explored sands, this would have been toast. If he explored wetlands, that would have been kind of stinky. But really great explorer, and we're starting off strong. So next we've got, I should have gained a minor power. So let me quickly gain a minor power. This would have been, I do like this card. Okay, so the reason why I like this card is because it removes blight from the jungle and the wetland, or it does just 2 damage. So, and it has that leaf which helps with his explorer destruction. But I almost like it more for the blight removal, because they're about to blight here, and I could immediately remove it. So, but we'll go ahead and see what the other play is. I'm going to go ahead and grow here again, take another, make this a sacred site. Eventually I want to go into this mountains so that I can reach this coastal land here, but they're not there yet. So I have a turn to stall, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to play these 2 cards. And I get 2 energy, and I pay, and essentially that'll let me do some fun things. Oh, I never gathered 2 Dahan. Let's go ahead and gather 2 Dahan here. No, I lost one. Okay, so that's from Softly Beckons Inward. So next up, we don't have any fast. I do have a moon, but that's not enough for anything. I have 2 leaf, so I can destroy explorers here, and I will. But let's go ahead and check out this event here. Stage 1, add an additional explorer to each land explored. Okay, invaders do not ravage in lands with disease or strife. Fine. Push 2 Dahan from a land with cities to a land without cities. Okay, that literally did nearly nothing. Then they ravage in the jungles, then they build in the mountains, but they don't build, and then they explode in the wetlands. Okay, so now we have a problem. And they had an extra explorer to each land explode. So there we go. So next up what we do is we do 1 fear, and do I want to add a Badlands? I think I can add a Badlands here, and then to land 1 away, add a Beast. So I'm going to go ahead and add a Beast right there, using this, and push up to 2 Dahan. Do I want to push the Dahan? No, I kind of like the Dahan here. I might eventually push them out. And then, oh, but they ravaged here, so they added this, but then I'm going to remove it with Voracious Growth. So that's why I didn't bother adding it, because I was going to remove it. So, but anyway. And that is all the slows, but then we have 2 leaf, so I can destroy 2, what is it, 2 per token, is that right? 2 per token. And since I added a token, I go ahead and destroy these 2, and now we prevented that problem already. But you can see this is a coastal land, and this is problematic. So let's go ahead and time pass, and see what we can do. I once again forgot to gain a power card. Gathering Blight, removing Blight, destroying explorers, adding wilds. Actually, this is pretty good. Okay, so now I'm going to really try not to forget this time. Remind me. This is on you. So we are going to go ahead and start going up this energy track. I give 2 energy, and I need to be within 1 of this coastal land. So what do we want to do? I want to be able to hit this threshold, so I need a moon and a wind, so I need to play. I'm going to go ahead and start working on this. I can do 3 damage here. So let's go ahead and do that. And then the question is, this is a slow destruction, or add a wilds. Oh, this is add a wilds. This is more, this is just straight better. I'm not going to need the wind, because I'm not going to hit the 2nd threshold. So I'm going to just play this. Okay, let's go ahead and pay. This is fast, so we go ahead and do 2 fear. And that's 1 damage per token to a maximum of 5 tokens. So that says 1, 2, 3, 4 damage because of the Badlands. Clear out both towns, and that is 2 fear. And then 2 fear to start the card. I don't think I did that. So that's done. Don't have any other fasts. Let's check out this event. If you've heard any fear cards, discard 2 of them now. Okay, that kind of stinks, but it is what it is. Add a beast to a land adjacent to beast, then destroy a Dahan among beasts. So I'm going to go ahead and add a beast adjacent to beast, and then destroy this Dahan. Is that okay? Yeah, he might have been converted anyway. We got to get this Dahan out of here. Okay, they now will ravage in the mountains, build in the wetlands, and explore in the jungles. Okay, interesting. Interesting indeed. So what we've got here now is I can just pop it, do 1 fear and destroy it. So I think I will. I'm going to go ahead and pop that. That's a fear because of the card. 1 fear, destroy it. Okay, so next what we have is I can now destroy these 2 guys because of my slow power here. Destroy up to 2 per token, so I can destroy 6 explorers there. But alas, and then now I get a town conversion as well. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave these guys here. No, I'm not. I'm going to convert this town into 2 explorers and gather them here. That's what this power here does. Is replace a town with 2 explorers, and then after you replace, you gather. So pretty easy. I replaced this town with 2 explorers and I gathered it. And now I forgot to gain a minor power again. embarrassing. Do I even want that? I think I do. Okay. Okay. So now time passes. So we do have a problem here in this wetlands. These are both slow, so I'm going to go ahead and add a presence here. Make it a sacred site. They're about to build here. I will be able to, if I just play this, just let this blight and the Dahan die. I think I'll be able to take care of stuff. And then I get 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna go ahead and gain a major power and see what options there are. If I do this, land thrashes in furious pain, 2 damage per blight. Repeat on an adjacent. But I have 3 moon. I wouldn't have the mountain. Okay. I also wouldn't have the energy to do that. So I need a 3 cost or less. Add a disease. I could do this. Don't love that. And then I'll just go ahead and forget voracious growth. Yeah. Okay. I think I'm still going to do the same stuff though. Yeah. 3, 2, 1 pay. There's not really much I can do about this wetlands here. I was kind of hoping for maybe a defense or something. Maybe this event will take care of it. Remove a strife if you can't, +1 damage and ravaging with buildings. Okay. Destroy and explore or town with beasts. Doesn't it happen? Push 3 Dahan from lands with disease to lands without disease. Okay, nothing happens. So praying for the fear card. During the next normal explore, skip the lowest number matching land. Okay. That's fine by me. So now they ravage and they do blight and kill this Dahan. It's a little bit unfortunate, but it is what it is. And then they build. They do build a town here. And then they explore the mountains, but they skip the lowest numbered matching land. So they skip this land, and then this land here, they don't explore because there's no adjacent building. So, I guess that's that. But now we have slows. Slews. Okay. Okay. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and replace this city with 3 guys. And put them all in this mountain here. No, I'm going to put them all in this jungle here. Okay. Okay. And then I'm going to add a wilds to this land here. Using this slow. And then what I'm going to do is... About to ravage in the jungle? They are. Okay. What do I want to do? I do get to destroy 2 per token. So do I destroy those 2? I think I destroy these 2. I should have gotten a fear because there was still building remaining. So there's still building remaining. Okay, and then I get 1 fear for destroying those explores. So this is somewhat problematic, but could be worse. Now we're going to do dire metamorphosis. What do we want to do dire metamorphosis? 1 fear, and then 1 damage. Do I do it here? This is slow. I need fast. I'm gonna do it here. 1 fear, 1 damage. Okay. And then 1 damage to Dahan. And then add a Badlands. Add a Badlands, a Beast, a Disease. A Wild, a Strife. A Wild, a Strife. Okay. And a Blight. the blight, and then that destroys presence. Okay. But I think that's the play. And I've done all my slows. Okay, time passes. So now all I need is a major power that does damage. I'm going to go ahead and grow here again. I need a major power that does damage, at least one away from a sacred site. Just 2 damage, please. And fast. 1 damage per sun you have. Do I have any sun? Nope. Nothing. Nothing whatsoever. I mean, I could take sea monsters, but we win in the slow. I guess it takes sea monsters and we win in the slow. This, and then I do get 1, 2, 3, 4 energy. Do I have? I don't have the energy to pay for that. So let's go ahead and forget our. I guess it doesn't even matter. I forget this, and then I added a presence and I've done gain of power. Okay, 3, 2, 1, pay. Okay, let's see what the event does. Buildings have +1 health, not a problem. Each beast destroys an explorer. Add a beast to a board with that one. Okay. And then added a Han to a coastal land with the Han. Beautiful, that's what I like to see. Let's add to that score. And then a fear card. Each land with the Han, defend 1, plus additional defense. Okay, now they ravage. They do blight here. We go to Blighted Island. Okay. Immediately destroy 3 from each spirit. Not a great Blighted Island effect. I know a lot of people who don't play with this because you can just lose immediately from that. But it's not going to matter for this game. And then they build in the mountains, which they don't build, and they explore in the coast, which they do explore. And then we win right here because it is now the slows, and I play sea monsters. I get to add a beast. And then if invaders are present, 2 fear per beast, so it's 2 fear. And then 3 damage per beast, so 1, 2, 3, which is another fear. And then 1 damage per blight, so that's another damage. And then I don't get to repeat it. But that is the extent of my slow, and you can see that is game over. It was a coastal land, so I could target it. I'm not able to typically target coastal lands, but this is kind of an interesting power. I've never used it with lure before, but I guess it kind of is good for lure because it helps him hit that coastal land, which he has to struggle with. He does get a decent amount of energy per turn, so he can kind of play it probably 2 or 3 times in the game. It's a good card on its own, 2 fear per beast. But, yep. That's Lure of the Deep Wilderness for you, and let's check out the score here at 23. As you can see, he used every single token. Some of that was this particular draw, but this draw is like right on element for him, so kind of makes sense. He did go Blighted Island, somewhat on purpose by accident, because he Dire Metamorphosis, and then these are the coasts. I mean, what are you going to do about the coast? He just struggles with the coast, so it makes sense. But yeah, good game altogether, and see you next time. We've got Vengeance is a Burning Plague. We talk about tokens. This guy loves disease, and it is a fun spirit to play. So hope you guys tune in for that, and I'll see you next time.